It was a cold night on October 15, 2018, in the quiet town of Barron, Wisconsin. The streets were still, and the only sounds were wind and distant crickets. But just after midnight, a 911 call came through. No one on the line spoke. The dispatcher could hear faint commotion, a woman screaming, a thud, and then silence. Officers were immediately sent to the address, unaware they were about to walk into one of the most disturbing crimes in American history. When police arrived at the Kloss home, they found the front door blasted open. Inside, tragedy had struck. James Kloss, 56, and his wife Denise, 46, had both been shot and killed. There were no signs of a struggle, no weapons left behind, and no clear fingerprints. But the most chilling discovery was that their 13-year-old daughter, Jamie Kloss, was missing. The authorities launched a full-scale investigation. The FBI, state police, and hundreds of volunteers searched forests, rivers, and back roads. Flyers of Jamie's face were posted across the country. Her image appeared on news broadcasts, Facebook posts, and billboards. People prayed she had run away and would return home, but darker fears loomed. Had she been abducted? Was she still alive? The town of Barron, with barely 3,000 residents, lived in fear. For 88 long days, the community stood still. Tips came in by the thousands. People reported seeing a girl who looked like Jamie in gas stations, fast food restaurants, and malls across the Midwest. But every lead led to a dead end. Investigators were baffled. It was as if Jamie had vanished into thin air. In truth, Jamie was being held captive 70 miles away in a small cabin in Gordon, Wisconsin, in the woods. Her abductor, Jake Patterson, was a 21-year-old who had seen Jamie just once as she was getting on her school bus. In that single moment, he decided she would be his. He didn't know her. He didn't know her family. But he began planning a horrifying crime. Patterson bought a black ski mask, shaved his head and facial hair to avoid leaving DNA, and removed the license plates from his car. On that night in October, he drove to the Kloss home with a loaded shotgun. He killed James Kloss at the front door. Then he forced his way inside, shot Denise Kloss in the bathroom, and dragged Jamie into his car. The entire crime lasted only 4 minutes. Jamie was taken to a remote house deep in the woods. Patterson kept her hidden under his twin-sized bed, barricading her in with bins, laundry baskets, and heavy weights. He warned her that if she tried to escape, he would kill her just like he had killed her parents. For nearly 3 months, Jamie lived in silence, terror, and darkness. Patterson sometimes left her alone while he ran errands or visited family. He thought he had complete control. But Jamie was watching. She was memorizing his schedule. She waited patiently for the right moment, a window of time where she might be able to run without being caught. That chance finally came on January 10, 2019. Patterson left her alone in the house. Jamie gathered her courage, pushed her way out from under the bed, and escaped. She ran through the snowy woods and found a woman walking her dog. "I'm Jamie Kloss. I need help," the girl said, shivering but alive. The woman took her to a nearby house and called 911. Within minutes, police arrived. Jamie was safe. She described her kidnapper and his car. Officers immediately drove to Patterson's house and arrested him without resistance. He confessed everything: the kidnapping, the murders, and the plan to keep Jamie forever. It was all planned, cold, calculated. The world was stunned. For 3 months, a 13-year-old girl had been living under the bed of a killer. Yet somehow, she had the courage to escape and turn the nightmare into a story of hope and survival.